If you're an ambitious woman who feels like menopause has hijacked your confidence, your energy, and your ability to operate at the level you know you're capable of, you are in the right place. If you've built a career by being the woman who figures things out and outworks the obstacle, that same instinct may be the exact reason why menopause is beating you right now. See, the rules of the game changed, but nobody told you. You've built your entire career and your life around a formula that used to work. Identify the problem, apply more effort, get the result. And that formula has been rewarded consistently. Promotions, results, a reputation for being the person who delivers. Then menopause arrives and what you used to do stops working, but all you know to do is more of it. Like cutting calories more because the scale's not moving. Like adding more cardio because your body's changed and you don't know what else to try. Or maybe you're sleeping less to fit in the workout because slowing down feels like losing. Or maybe you're buying another supplement, you're following another protocol, and then you're blaming yourself when it doesn't work. None of this is laziness, but all of it is the wrong answer to the right problem. But before we talk about what the right answer is, we need to talk about something more uncomfortable. Why a woman this capable keeps telling herself that she's the one who's broken. The most dangerous place a high achiever can be is competent enough to hide how much that achievement is costing her. I hear it from women all the time. They're used to being dependable, self-directed, capable, so when the results stop coming in, their go-to is to assume it must be something they've done. And it gets worse when they scroll social media and they hear about other women who apparently thrived on the diet, the hormone protocol, the supplement stack. So of course she doubles down. She buys another protocol, she buys another supplement, she follows another influencer. It's exhausting. And here's where we're often our own worst enemy. The more accomplished we are, the longer it takes us to actually ask for help, if we ever do. It's like your own resourcefulness is getting in your way, because a less experienced woman, a less capable woman, is going to hit the wall sooner and reach out for help. But high achievers like us have decades of experience pushing through and getting to the end result. So we'll do another 6, 9, 12 months of just try harder, just push harder, before we'll even consider the possibility that maybe it's the method that's broken, not the executor of it. So your competence and your capability, which has always been your greatest strength, is actually working against you here. If this is resonating, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming. This channel is built for this exact conversation, and we go deep every week. I know because I've seen it so many times in my clients. Once you stop blaming yourself, something completely different becomes possible. It's a reframe that changes not just what you do, but how you make decisions about your body every single day. Listen, you're not failing. It's that your strategy no longer matches the conditions you're operating under. And that's a completely different problem with a different solution. Menopause changes so many things. Your energy, your sleep, your appetite, your stress tolerance, all the things, and often all at the same time. And what that means is the behaviors that once helped you can now create a chain reaction. Like more training leads to poorer recovery, which leads to more fatigue, which drives stronger hunger, which reduces movement, which produces more frustration. So not only does more effort in this context not necessarily help, it may make things worse. Basically, you're out there playing checkers when menopause changed the game to chess. And the problem is not that you're a bad checkers player, it's that you're playing the wrong game. And to continue with that analogy for a second, chess is more strategic, but it's still a game, and it's winnable. So you don't need a different version of your old plan. What you need is a different decision-making framework entirely. I know this is true because I lived it. I lost almost 30 pounds in perimenopause, but I couldn't do it until I gave up my old ways, until I was willing to let go of that. I had to change how I exercised, I had to manage my stress, and I finally had to start paying attention to sleep. But the great thing was that once I looked at what I could change besides nutrition and exercise, I realized I had a lot more options, a lot more levers I could pull to actually get things going. And to be honest, once I figured that out, it wasn't nearly as hard or as frustrating as it had been before, because I was finally pulling the right levers, which raises the question of what those levers are and which ones are most important for you right now. You've probably figured out from your own influencer following, supplement purchasing, protocol testing, there is no right formula universally for all of us in menopause. If there were, we'd all be on it. The key is in figuring out which specific factor is creating the bottleneck for you right now. The one that's getting in the way of where your body, your schedule, and your life want to go. Maybe it's sleep. Maybe that's the thing that's undermining your appetite, your energy, your recovery, your brain, your focus right now. Or maybe it's stress. We don't handle stress as well in menopause as we used to. So if you're running up here all the time, that might be the thing that's keeping you from making progress. Or is it your nutrition maybe? Are you under eating or over restricting or not getting enough of the right macronutrients for you? Protein, fiber, whole foods, all the things. That might be what's working against you, and that might be your lowest hanging fruit. Or maybe it's your training. Are you doing too much high intensity? Not enough strength work? Do you not have enough rest days in your week? Is the plan you're following even realistic with the demands of leading a company, a team, a career at this level? Now, here's where a lot of my clients get tripped up. They think they need to try to fix all of these things simultaneously. That, my friend, is the old playbook, and we are not using it anymore. We're talking about ease here. The point is to find the first domino, the one that if it shifted would make everything else easier. And there's a way to start identifying that first domino right now before this video is even over. So here's what I want you to do. You're going to take a piece of paper, and on one side, you're going to write down all the symptoms you've been dealing with over the past 4 weeks. And on the other side, everything you've done to try to solve them. And then you're going to take a look at it, and you're going to ask yourself, where am I applying effort and it's getting me nothing? And where am I applying effort and it's actually worth something? Then I want you to ask yourself, what is it costing me to maintain this approach? In energy, in time, in how I feel. Then I want you to ask yourself this question. What would I stop doing if I no longer believed that more effort was the answer? Listen, your ability to work hard was never in question. Your discipline helped build the career and the life you have. The next level isn't about proving you can push harder. It's about being strategic enough to stop wasting effort on what no longer works. And that shift from effort-based to strategy-based changes everything about how you go through menopause. The woman who figures out what she needs to do to work with the biology she has now doesn't just start feeling better, she performs at a level that surprises even her. You're probably wondering how to apply this to your hormones, your energy, and how you show up every single day. And that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about in the next video. So be sure to subscribe and stick around.